Toyota built a truck engine so reliable that owners were hitting 300,000 miles without ever touching it. Then they killed it and replaced it with one that's already under recall. If you own a 2022 to 2024 Tundra with the new twin-turbo V6, you already know about the recall. What most owners don't know yet is that the replacement engines are failing too. And while Toyota tries to figure out what went wrong, thousands of owners are quietly going back to hunt down the old V8. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why, which years to target, and what to check before you buy. So let's start with what Toyota actually had before they walked away from it. The 5.7-liter V8. The 3UR-FE went into the Tundra from 2007 through 2021. It was a big, heavy, naturally aspirated engine with wide tolerances and almost no complexity. No turbochargers to fail, no intercoolers to leak, no intricate boost systems to go wrong. Just a proven design that had been refined over years and overbuilt from the start. But here's the question nobody at Toyota seems to have asked. Why would you replace an engine that owners are literally bragging about outlasting the rest of the truck? The official answer was efficiency. Fuel economy standards tightened, emissions rules tightened, and a big naturally aspirated V8 was never going to win those numbers on paper. Smaller displacement with turbochargers makes big power and better MPG figures in a government test environment. So on a spec sheet, the new twin-turbo V6 looked like an upgrade. More horsepower, better fuel economy, same torques. The problem is that what works in a government test and what works in the real world over 200,000 miles of towing, hauling, and hard use aren't always the same thing. And Tundra owners are finding that out right now, the hard way, because the new 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, the V35A, came out of the factory with metal shavings inside the engine, machining debris left over from manufacturing that got into the oil and circulated through the bearings. Once that debris starts scoring the bearing surfaces, the damaged compounds, and the engine can fail completely, sometimes without warning, sometimes at speed. Toyota recalled around 100,000 of these trucks, and then the replacement engines started failing too. That number, 100,000, should reset how you think about every new Tundra you see on the road right now. Here's why this hits different for Tundra owners specifically. This wasn't a brand that was already known for engine problems. People bought Tundras because of that V8 reputation. The whole value proposition of a Toyota truck was that you'd be the last person in your neighborhood still driving it. The brand's entire identity in the truck market was built on that 5.7 V8 lasting forever. So when the engine that replaced it fails under recall in brand new trucks, that's not a technical problem. That's a broken promise, and the resale market is already starting to reflect it. Used 2007 to 2021 Tundras with the 5.7 V8 are holding value in a way that almost never happens with older trucks, because there's a segment of buyers, people who've watched the V6 recall unfold, who are specifically going back to hunt them down. They'd rather buy a 150,000-mile V8 Tundra they can trust than a 30,000-mile V6 Tundra they can't. The flip has already happened in the used market, and it's going to get more pronounced as more owners learn what we're covering right now. If you're thinking about a used Tundra, understanding this one dynamic could save you or cost you thousands. Now here's where I'm going to tell you what the hype videos skip, because the 5.7 V8 isn't perfect either, and you need to know this before you go looking for one. High mileage examples can develop oil consumption issues. The engine can start burning oil, and if a previous owner ignored it, it's a real problem. The secondary air injection system is a known weak point that can throw codes and cost real money. And the frame on older Tundras, especially Rust Belt trucks, had its own recall. So I'm not telling you the V8 is untouchable. I'm telling you its failure modes are known, documented, and fixable, which is a completely different situation from an engine that fails under recall with no reliable fix. If this is the first time you've seen this comparison laid out straight, that's not an accident, and it's exactly why this channel exists. Stick around to the end, because the next section is the one that actually makes this useful. The specific model years to target, the ones to avoid, and the checklist to run before you hand over money for a used V8 Tundra. Let's put the two engines engines next to each other honestly. The 5.7 V8, 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque, proven naturally aspirated design, no turbo system to fail, wide manufacturing tolerances, well-documented failure modes, documented cases of running past 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. The new 3.5 twin-turbo V6, 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque on paper, better fuel economy on paper, 2 turbochargers, complex boost system, tighter manufacturing tolerances, and a recall covering around 100,000 vehicles with a documented failure pattern that includes their replacement engines. On paper, the V6 wins. Under the hood, over time, in the real world, the data is starting to tell a different story. So, if you're going shopping for a used V8 Tundra, here's how to navigate the years. The 2010 to 2021 range is your target window. The platform was mature, the known early issues had been sorted, and you're getting the refined version of the engine. Within that range, the 2014 to 2018 trucks are often considered the sweet spot. Enough age to have come down in price, enough reliability reputation to justify the buy, and the frame recall work should already be done on most of them. The 2007 to 2009 trucks can be found cheaper, but they're older, and you need to be more careful about rust and secondary air injection issues. Whatever year you're looking at, get a full pre-purchase inspection from an independent Toyota specialist before you sign anything. Before you buy any used V8 Tundra, run this check. 1. Pull the VIN and run a full history report. Verify the frame recall was completed and look for any accident or major repair history. 2. Check the oil level and condition cold before the seller starts the engine. If it's low or dark with heavy use between changes, flag it immediately. 3. Look for blue smoke on startup or under hard acceleration. That's the oil consumption issue showing itself. 4. Have a Toyota specialist scan it for codes, even if no lights are on. And 5. The one that matters most, and most buyers skip, ask the seller directly, has the oil consumption ever been flagged? Watch their face. That question, and how fast they answer it, will tell you almost everything. So what are the people who figured this out actually doing? The ones who own new V6 Tundras and know about the recall are making a decision. Wait and see if Toyota gets the fix right, or get out now while resale values haven't fully corrected, and use the money toward a known reliable V8. Some are keeping both, selling the new truck, buying an older V8, banking the difference. The owners of high-mileage V8 Tundras are holding on because they've watched what they have become exactly what people are now looking for. And the buyers who are paying attention are moving fast because the used V8 market is tightening. The window where you could find a clean 150,000-mile V8 Tundra at a deep discount is closing. And here's the bigger picture that matters for every truck purchase going forward. What happened to the Tundra V6 isn't a Toyota-only story. It's the story of an entire industry that moved away from simple, overbuilt engines because regulations and fuel economy targets forced them to. Ford, GM, Ram, they've all done versions of the same thing. Smaller displacement, more turbos, tighter tolerances, more complexity. Some of those engines will prove themselves over time. Some won't. The lesson isn't never buy a new truck. It's before you hand over $70,000 or $80,000, ask whether you're buying a proven design or a first-generation experiment, because sometimes the boring old engine was boring because it worked. So here's exactly what to do this week. 1. If you own a 2022 to 2024 Tundra V6, run your VIN on the recall lookup and get the inspection scheduled now. Don't wait until it fails. 2. If you're shopping for a Tundra, decide which risk you're taking. A new V6 that may still be working through its problems, or a used V8 with known manageable issues. 3. If you're targeting a used V8, use the checklist from this video. Get the PPI and pull the history report before you get emotionally attached to the truck. And 4. The question that decides everything. Ask yourself whether the engine you're buying has been proven over decades, or whether you're the one being asked to prove it, because smart Tundra owners aren't leaving their next move to chance, and neither should you. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one, because we cover exactly this kind of thing every week. And if you haven't seen these yet, watch them next, right here. The first one covers the no-fix loophole some V6 Tundra owners are using to force a full buyback. The second covers why the replacement engines are failing too. Together, those two videos and this one give you the complete picture on where the Tundra stands right now and what your move should be.